Hello class. Today the topic is functions and we will see functions and we will declare the functions with parameter and we will also know how to define the functions with the parameter and what are the way to invoke these functions in our programs. And today we will see all these things, and so we will start how to define the functions with the parameter. So look here, if the function is having the parameter, we will define them, and suppose the function name is sum, and this function is taking two parameters. So here in the form of parameter we have to pass the name of the variables. For example, if the function is taking two parameters, so we will write here a comma b. We do not need to define which type of parameter is there. It is a simple variable, or it is a list, or it is a tuple. No need to define anything. Only you have to write the name of the variable that hold the value as a parameter. And after that, we use a colon. Suppose we want to display here, so we will write print a plus comma b comma double quotes equal to comma a plus b. And this function definition is only one line. It is taking two parameters and it is adding and it is displaying the result. Same as it is, we will define one more function that name is product. It is also taking two parameters a comma b colon, and we will write here again print a in the double inverted comma product sign. Sorry, that is wrong. We have to make it this sign comma b comma double equal to a into b. Here, so I have defined here two functions. Name is sum. It is taking two parameters, and I have another function that name is the product a comma b. It is also taking two parameters, and this function is displaying the result of sum of two numbers, and this function is displaying product of two numbers. Now, after defining how we will call these functions, so here this function is not returning any value. So for the calling, we will call from anywhere after the declaring the functions. Just this point you should have to always remember. We have to call these functions from anywhere, but after defining. That means if we are defining the function here, so we can call afterwards. We cannot call before. If we are calling here, suppose we are writing here product 10 comma 12 and we are compiling, so this line will produce the error. This line, what it will produce? Error, because the function definition is not defined before. So we can call the functions from the any point only after the defining. Means first we will define the functions and then I will call it. So here to call these functions, I may use the direct value also 12 comma 13 and product 12 comma 14. Clear? If I want to pass the value throughout the variable, so we have also option. I will write here a is equal to 14 and b is equal to 15, and then I may write here sum a comma b, and then I will write here product a comma b. These are the both way. You can call the functions through direct value also. You can call the function throughout the variables also. Clear? Now, if you want it, I may give some value throughout the input, and that value will pass to the functions that we can also do here. Look how we will do. Nothing we have to do more. We have to write here a is equal to int in the bracket input, and we have to write the message here. Look here, I have to write here, enter the first number, and again we have to write here p is equal to int input, enter the second number, only one thing you have to care, if this input, it cannot be the same indent of this, because if it is the indent of this line just below that, so it will be the part of the function. It will be the part of the function, and this line will execute when we will call the functions. You have to more be careful for the indentations, because if the indentation is not correct, so it may be treated as a part of the functions. So here, if any functions you have declared and you want that line of the functions, the statement of the functions, it will be terminate. So you should have to write in the indent of the what, def, in the indent of this line. Then this statement will not consider as a part of the which one, functions. So here I have also written little more shifted here. You may correct it. You have to write with that indent, a is equal to int input, enter the first number, p is equal to int input, enter the second number. Now what we have to do, we have to call, so we will write here sum a comma b, and we have to write here product a comma b. This is a simple programs. In that program we have two functions. We have taken input also, and we have called that functions also. Now see here what is the executions order. The program, it may start execution from here def. If we have not written this line, please remove this. So here, as the compiler, he may get the def keyword, it may come directly to the what, out of its block, and it will come to this line. Again it got definition, it will again come here, and the execution will start from here. First the computer will ask, enter the first number, then we have to enter the integer, then again it may ask, enter the second number, then again we have to give value, and then this function is called. So from here compiler will move to that one, and here suppose the first number you have entered 12 and the second number you have entered the 14. So here the first parameter is a, this value will copy into the a, and this value will copy into the b. Clear? Just keep in your mind here which sequence the value you have written, same sequence the value will copy. The first value will copy here, and the second value will copy in that, and then these functions will display if the value of a is 12, 12 plus 14 is equal to 26. Then again after displaying 26 from here, again the compiler come back to that line, and it will show here product. Again the product function means from here it will move to here, and this value will copy here, this value will copy here, and again it will display 12 into 14 is equal to whatever the product will come, it will display. So this is called as a parameterized functions. Now I think you understand how the functions we are defining, how we have to use with the direct value, with the variables, and with the help of variables by taking input we have to call the functions. Now we have to see the other one. Still now we have seen the function that taking some value, doing some calculation and showing the result. Clear? If we want कि I may pass some value to the functions, function may do some calculation and it give me some value. So that function is called return functions. Means the function has to return some value, and how the function will return some value, for that inside the functions we have to use the keyword that name is a return. Inside the function, the return keyword has a two work. First, it has to return the value from the functions, and the return keyword from where it will execute afterwards the functions will not work. That means it also work like a break statement in the loop. In the loop, what the break statement is doing? When it is executing loop being terminated, same thing is here. When the return statement will execute, the functions will terminate. So come, we will see one example for the return. The first use of the return is what? It return the value from function. And what is it? Another use, it terminate the execution of functions. They are the two use of the return keyword. First, what is doing? If the functions want to give some value, we will use return, and if we want, it may terminate. For example, one by one I will show you. Suppose I have a one function that name is a definition sum, and this function is taking 3 parameters, and we want, if we will pass 3 parameters to that functions will return me the sum of all 3 numbers. So what we will do, you have two ways. Either you may create a third variable d is equal to a plus b plus c, and then you may write here return d. Clear? Now what is another way? In one line, after that directly you may write here return in the bracket a plus b plus c. Both way you can return the value. Clear? Now okay, so here, wait a minute. So now look here, definition sum ABC. Suppose we want to get the sum when the value of A and B both are greater than 0. Otherwise, we do not need to give the what? Sum. So here we have to use the condition, and condition what we like, if A greater than 0 and B greater than 0, then we have to return A plus B plus C as return nothing. Clear? If you want, it may return a return 0. If you want, it may give the sum when the value of A is greater than 0 and the value of B is greater than 0. Then you want to get sum, so you have to put the condition and then you have to return like that. Okay? So this is a conditional return statement with the conditions we have used here, return statement and return 0. So here we can define the functions. Now I will show you the functions which is taking the parameter as a list here, and it will get the sum of all even index and it will return. So how we will do? Suppose now I will show you one questions that will be come to the board examination, and the question is that write a function get sum that take argument or parameter as a list and it return the sum of even number present in the list. So I will show you how to do. Inside the questions we have each and every information. For example, what the function name should be, get sum. How much parameter is taking? It take an argument as a list. A list means only one list. And what the function will do? It will return the sum of even numbers. That means inside the list we have to get all the even numbers and we have to return the sum. So how we will write the coding? So look here. We will write here definition get sum, and we have to pass as a parameter a here, and here I need one variable sum, so I will declare here sum is equal to 0, and then I will write for I in a, and then I will check if I modulus 2 is equals to 0, then sum is equal to sum plus I, then this loop will terminate, and in that indent of this one I will write here return sum. This is the functions. This line no need to draw. I only written drawn for you. You may see where the alignment I have. So look here. This is a for. We have one function get sum. We have passed here a, sum is equal to 0. For I in a, we will take one element from the list and we are checking that element is fully divisible by 2 or not. And if it is divisible, I have written the statement to get the sum, because which element we have to find, which is a even number, and even number coming to the I variable, and I variable I checked here. So sum is equal to sum plus I. This loop, what it will do, it will find the sum of all even number present in the list, and from here we are returning. Clear? Now see here, this is a functions. This is a functions. Now how I will call these functions, how it may work, for that we have to use how we will do. Look here. This function I have declared. After these functions, I have to write here b is equal to, and I have to write here like that. Yeah, directly you can write here b is equal to eval, and in the bracket input, and we have to write here enter the list. Clear? And then we have to write here inside the functions that name is a, we have to write here sum is equal to get sum inside the b, and we have to write print sum of even number is equal to comma sum. Now the program is completed. So class, tomorrow we will see the more functions and we will discuss board questions also. Thank you. Bye bye.